Okay, hello everyone. In this video, let's talk about course settings. When you get your new course, you first want to set them up. In terms of course creation, there are two approaches. For this master's palette, you should have already received your course created by your CN ambassador Jean-Claude. If you don't get this course, talk to him and he can get the course created for you. And then this course should be listed under the University of Rwanda section. There is another way of creating courses, which is from this Courses tab from the navigation bar. And we have this option, Create a Course. So you can click on this link and create your own course. However, the course you created will be a personal course, which doesn't have advanced features and services. So if you create a personal course by yourself, remember to contact Jean-Claude to convert your course into a University of Rwanda institution course. Unless you want to keep your course as a personal course. So say you create a CN course and to teach in another setting or for some personal teaching purposes. Okay, so now let's assume you already received the institution course created by Jean-Claude, and you just need to click on this course from the left menu, and this will take you to your new course. The first time you get on here, you will receive this message to let you choose your course category. It's very simple. Here we have a long list. Let's say this is a IT course. Then you should be able to find information technology. You can have one category or multiple categories. So you could also add another one if you want to, but it's not required. The other thing is if you don't see a matching category, then at the bottom of this list, you can choose Other, and then you define your course category. But in this case, I'm going to go back to information technology because that will be the topic of my course, and save. So you already complete course category settings. From this gear icon next to your course title, you can access a series of course setting options, and then the one that we just set up is called global class settings or course category settings. So you can re-access this setting and make changes. See here, when I come back, I see information technology that I have selected. I can make changes, but you don't need to make changes, or say we don't recommend you to constantly making changes of your course categories. We suggest setting them up correct from the very beginning, at the very beginning when you set up and building your course. Okay, after global class settings or course category settings, you want to go to basic course settings to reveal some basic information about your course. Some of these may be missing, so you want to complete this information. On this basic course setting page, the items that have the right star are required. So see here, this is a CN demo course. You can even change the title of the course. I'm going to change this to Intro to Information Technology. Okay, and then you can put in other information. Here you may put in some discussion topics. So because my course is a IT course, so I can put in like data, science, and after you type in the term, make sure first letter of each word is capitalized, press enter and save it as a little block, and then you can do a few more, for example, big data, web design, programming, and you can quickly add a field. And you can also have general questions, general topics, for example, questions for instructors, or just simply like questions. I will tell you how these discussion topics later will be used in CN discussion. Okay, course level, this is required. Let's say I'm teaching a 100 level college freshman course. And country, University of Rwanda. Oh, so should be able to see it in this R section. Okay, and then you can write a little bio of your course. I just simply say this is a demo course, but you should be based on your teaching topic and your course details to write a more elaborative course introduction. Start date and the end date. I'm just not going to change these. Yours should be based on your actual semester start and end date. And access settings, by default, we have already made your course a pin code access course, and we actually will enrolling students using the pin, using the course URL and then the pin. So I don't recommend changing it. You may change the 4-digit pin, but since you are going to give this information to your student to join your course, once you set it up, please do not keep changing it. Okay, so this is the basic course settings. You can always get back to your settings. Now, let's save it. Okay, the basic course settings is done. As I mentioned, you can always go back to it and make changes. The next part we want to set up is course NR seats settings. The NR seats is a unique feature in CN, tracking students' online participation, and the following activities will grant user seats. So for example, when students create a post that include at least 15 words, and you can modify this minimum word count requirement, they will earn 10 seats. When they make a poll or event, they earn 10 seats. When they comment on others' posts, they earn 10 seats. And you can modify this table per your needs, but these default numbers, they are decided, identified, defined based on our years of experience helping instructors. So I don't think you need to make changes to these numbers. You may make changes to the minimum word count requirements for posts and comments. If you're teaching a liberal arts course or a humanity course or education course, you may want your student to have more thoughtful discussion. So you can change the minimum word count to 100 or 150. The words in reflection, in comments, maybe 50 words. It doesn't mean that the student cannot post without with less words. They can always post. It's just if they don't meet the minimum word count requirement, they won't earn the NR seats. Once the table is refined, you want to go back to the top part of this table, check set up NR seats goal in your course. So this is not required, but we strongly recommend you set up a goal for your student to work toward. This will be giving your student a motivation and also help them track where they are in terms of their participation and instructor's expectation. So based on the table, you can do some calculation. Let's say you want your student to create at least one post each week and 2 comment reflections. So then each week you can see that's 20 seats, right? 5 multiplied 2, that's 10, plus 1 post 10, that's 20 seats. And then you multiply the number of weeks. So let's say you have a 12-week course. Then use 12 to multiply the seats per week. We just talked about that's 20 seats. So 20 multiply 12, that's 250 seats. And they will also earn smaller seats from other activities like watch a video, even just simply coming to this course, they earn a seat. So these smaller seats could easily add up. I would say in this case, you can set up 300 seats as the course participation, course NR seats goal, and then double check the time frame for students to earn seats. And after that, you check this box and use NR seats for grading. Again, this is not required, but we strongly recommend. So here, you want to choose add NR seats to CN gradebook. And use NR seats as, now you have the option, either as a portion of the course grade or as a bonus item. The more you give, the more weight you put on the CN activity, the more weight the NR seats will play a role in your course, the more participation you will see from your student. So we recommend you choose a portion of the course grade and then think about within your course grade configuration how much points you could allocate to this CN participation. So let's say I have 100 points total for all of my students' assignments and activities, and then I will give my student 10 points for their CN participation. So now here I have configured the analysis for grading part, and then once done, click on Save. Now we finished the analysis settings. Again, you can always come back to make changes, but we recommend you set it up at the beginning of the semester and stick to what you have done. Okay, the last one you want to set up is the post settings. Let me tell you what it is. So you can see in CN, we encourage students to post. The very unique feature or the uniqueness of CN is we engage students in a course-based academic social discussion. So whenever they see things that are relevant to the course, they could be resources, ideas, reflections, questions. As long as they're related to the course, let them come here and post. So you can treat the course networking site as a social media page for your class, but this is an enclosed environment and it's specifically designed for teaching and learning. Okay, when students come to post, they have to choose a visibility setting, and by default, they have to make this choice every time. And you are the same. When you make a post or poll event, you have to choose the visibility setting every time. We provide a series of options. If you want to set up a default option, so for example, this course, then you want to go to this post settings. You want to do this at the beginning of your course, and then you can choose this course or another one. Usually people use this course. You can choose this course as the default setting. So once you set this up, you save one step from everyone in this course, because when you post, see, this course is already selected. People can make changes if they want to, but if they don't have to, if they don't need to do that, they just need to worry about the content of their post. The visibility setting is already selected. Okay, so let's do a quick recap of this video. We talked about what you want to set up at the beginning of the semester. You want to set up basic course settings, course analysis settings, global class settings, which is the course category settings, and maybe post settings. This post setting, this visibility setting is not required. You may or may not do it, but these three are required and you have to do them. Great. We will see you in the next video. Thank you.